call him the Reaper. And yes, Joe, I said it earlier, but it should be mentioned again. He took this fight on 6 days' notice.
Yeah, he's always stays prepared. He's a full-time fighter, and you can see off his social media where he's very big on documenting his trips. He's lived in Thailand for months at a time. He's really talented, and he's still climbing his ranks. But again, he's not going to give up an opportunity like this to fight in Madison Square Garden. And this is still new to him, so he's up for the challenge in kickboxing as well.
He registered a big win over Carlos Brooks on the undercard of Glory 43. Please welcome Ivan Galaz.
Ivan Galaz, El Terrible. Yes, he got his Ivan the Terrible nickname from Ivan the Terrible, and he's set to make his debut tonight. He says he's going to impress us, Joe.
Yeah, and he's fought in multiple divisions. He's been a heavyweight, he's been a light heavyweight, and looking at his record, he's fought guys like Alex Pereira, the current middleweight champion, as well as one of our top heavyweight contenders, Gudo Inocente, and gave up 30 pounds on that fight, so very game opponent and fighter.
Here's our tail of the tape. Paul Banashik, look at the numbers, 3 inches taller and has a 4-inch reach edge.
And with professional experience, it's all towards Galaz with 62 fights. Banashik's very new in his career still, but very talented, very long, and very rangy and difficult to fight.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this middleweight matchup is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he's a 4-time North American national champion. His young kickboxing record stands at 5 wins with 1 loss, 2 of those wins coming by knockout. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.93 meters, and he weighed in at 185.5 pounds, 84.2 kilos. Fighting tonight out of East Hartford, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, here is Paul the Reaper Banashik. His opponent fighting out of the white corner, a WBK World Kickboxing Champion. His professional record, 56 wins with just 6 losses, 15 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, and weighed in at 186.5 pounds, 84.6 kilos. Fighting out of Santiago, Chile. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Ivan El Terrible Galaz. And your referee in charge of this bout is Chris Wagner.
Right here, pull. All right, gentlemen, we're going over the instructions in the dressing room. We want a nice, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. In case they're knocked down to the neutral corner I tell you to go through, I mean, that's how I called you out. Any questions? Any questions? Fight fair, fight hard. Back it up. Back up into your corner. Back up into your corner.
Joe, what do you expect from this contest? We really don't know a ton about either guy. But a 4-inch reach advantage.
And Banashik's a southpaw too and very rangy, so let's see if Galaz can come inside and land some power punches. But that's going to be a hard task to try to get in there.
If you needed me to tell you again, Banashik, the Reaper, wearing the black gloves. There's a sweep. Galaz wearing the white. Banashik on 6 days' notice. Won 12 fights in a row as a Thai amateur, 5 in a row as a pro. Only 1 loss in kickboxing for him. He promised to be active and deadly with his kicks, and so far, he's done that.
Yeah, he's going to want to get on the inside and try to land those kicks on the legs, try to slow down and try to bring down that tall head and body of Banashik. With a Muay Thai base, you can already hear Banashik's corner asking for the knee, which is a perfect strategy.
Well, Banashik is much taller and longer, but it's Galaz who's fought at heavyweight. In fact, he fought Gudo Inocente.
He gave up 30 pounds for that fight.
Stop! Break.
Nice inside low kick there from Banashik.
One of the strategies Banashik's going to use is going to attack the back leg of Galaz, so those back leg low kicks. So you already see him going there a few times.
That's what Rico Verhoeven has done so successfully over the years. That's next level kickboxing.
Yep. From the southpaw, you have so many different ranges. And hitting that back leg and the body. There they go. They're starting to add up. Galaz is not liking them.
Such an intimidating specimen is Banashek, especially in this weight class, Joe. 6'4" inches tall.
Yeah, and his head's really hard to hit, and the fact that he can use his kicks and knees so well make it so dangerous. But he needs to be careful when he attacks that back leg because Galaz has that big overhand punch waiting.
You also got to be careful when you got those long arms. You got to get him back quick to block your head.
Yep.
Galaz has a much shorter, more powerful punching range. Straight right hand slips through there for Galaz.
Stop! Fight!
Galaz said he had to lose 40 pounds for this fight. 40 pounds!
Does have a lot of punching power.
How long can he continue to absorb the kicks, though, from the Reaper?
Galaz momentarily switching southpaw. Decided to go back because he knew Banashek was going to hit that back leg.
10 seconds!
Now they're exchanging knees on the clinch. That won't last long.
Fight!
Let's meet these fighters. We start with El Terrible. His favorite move, the low kick. He defeated Carlos Brooks in an undercard bout right here at MSG. It's not considered a glory fight per se, so this is technically his glory debut, and he is 32 years old.
He did something well to get his spot here on the Glory Super Fight Series. His opponent, Paul Banashek, very tall, measured and intelligent, and that's what he's doing. He's not just throwing wild, he's sticking behind his straight punches and attacking that back leg. He fought here in a draw at Madison Square Garden back in 2014 as an amateur. Now he's here as a professional.
Seconds out!
Going for the axe kick and just basically grazed his forehead. It's a long way to get that foot up there, Joe. I don't know that he can land an axe kick on top of his head.
Very impressive hamstring flexibility, that's for sure.
It is geometrically impossible unless Banashek gets down on one knee. Now they'll exchange with the hands to start round two. Joe, how did you score the first?
Well, I like Banashek's low kick, did a lot of good damage. So I'm going to give the first round to Paul Banashek.
Take this off. Told you before, take it off.
So that's a traditional armband worn by Muay Thai fighters representing their gym and the art of Muay Thai. But this is kickboxing, and referee Wagner's making them take it off. It could be distracting to some fighters. They slip a lot of times. So Glory rules, let's take it off. No clinch, no elbows.
You know, WWE referees never made the Ultimate Warrior take his off, so I don't know what the big problem is.
Maybe that upset Banashek. Let's see if he's going to come forward. Galaz is now defending that back leg, making it harder for Banashek to get there.
Banashek looks around like he just got attacked from behind.
He needs to stick to his long game. Not to get sucked into this close-range boxing.
Stop! Break. Fight!
Imagine being Paul Banashek. 7 days ago, he had no idea he was going to have this fight. Now he looks out, he sees Bob Shrewsbury throw one. He sees Chris Weidman here, Joseph Baltellini ringside. And a win tonight, you got to believe that Cor Himmers, our matchmaker, is going to sign this guy. He looks like $1 million in this division so far.
Absolutely, especially with his height and his frame and his social media presence. It's a very good name to help build up for kickboxing.
He does run the online resource, MuayThaiAthlete.com. He's very social media savvy.
That's how I knew of him before coming to Glory.
And he's only 25 years old. But he's still got to get through this tough Chilean Galaz.
Yeah, I saw a nice back low kick again. Sorry for interrupting, Chad. Nice deep shin.
The right hand sneaks in from Galaz. Not a lot behind it, though.
Well, that seems to be his best punch. He seems to rely heavily on that overhand right.
Front kick nearly connected for galaz. Again, it's so high up that he has to go.
So what galaz needs to do against these tall fighters is he needs to use that low kick. He says it's his favorite weapon. So he's got to get on throwing them a little bit more.
There's a high kick there. Banashik.
Starting to get a little bit more comfortable, Banashik, with his boxing.
Banashik fighting out of East Hartford, Connecticut.
There's some blood from the eyebrow of galaz. Not sure what would have cut him. Not a big cut. But there's definitely some blood coming from the eyebrow of galaz.
A body shot, which galaz just smiles at. And now it's Banashik with a grin.
10 seconds.
Whoa, right hand. That was a clear knockdown, ladies and gentlemen. And Banashik, little wobbly.
That was just at the end of the round, too.
7, 8, walk to me. You okay?
A stunning development at the end of round 2. Banashik was clearly focused on just landing that big right knee, and galaz caught him with an overhand right on the temple.
And you saw him trying to set it up over and over again, and he finally connected at the end of this round. But he was waiting to come in and throw that. As Banashik came in off the clinch in the knee, boom, counter, overhand shot. He threw it so many times, but this time finally got good connection off of it.
Like I said earlier, it's a long way to go to get those hands back to cover up and guard, and Banashik left him out there way too long. So a big turn there for galaz. It seemed like Banashik was on his way to winning round 2 as well, but now what we have, Joe, is a round 2 that's probably going to be scored 10-8 for the Chilean.
Absolutely. So now Banashik has to put the pressure on in this last round. He's going to make this third round very interesting. Does Banashik have the energy to put some power behind all of those low kicks and those knees that he's trying to land?
Out! You let your guard down literally for just 1 second in this business, and everything changes. And that's where we stand right now, heading into round 3. Paul Banashik and Ivan Galaz both making their glory debuts. Who will get the victory?
And galaz right away put up that back leg, saying you ain't going to hit it in this round. He's ready to defend it. Let's see if Banashik can use that intelligent fighting to try to hit it. He set it up with punches, but galaz right back to that overhand right.
And will Banashik be a little gun shy, especially with his hands after getting caught? There's that right hand and a back fist, and now it's galaz who's opening up a little bit.
Stop. Break. Step back, clean. Fight.
We appear to have a cut on galaz. Total strikes, Banashik 37 landed, galaz with 51.
And what Banashik's doing is using his punches to try to set up the low kick. He's not putting much power in it, which is good, because he's relying on landing that low kick. But galaz is okay with it because he's going to throw that power shot.
Look at me. You have time. It was unintentional, I know, happens again.
Let's see what exactly happened there.
Pick it up. Got it?
And that's Banashik trying to hit the back leg, but galaz moved back and got in between both legs.
You good? Good? Let's go. Time in. Fight!
So pick it up with 2 minutes to go in this, the third and final round, and galaz comes out swinging.
Nice hard inside low kick from galaz.
Well, galaz has just turned into a bulldog in this fight, and he's just letting his hands go when he gets inside. Big power shots thrown from galaz. There's another one.
Watch the back of the head.
He's just slugging with that overhand right.
Watch the back.
Well, he's learned if he connects, down goes Banashik.
I do like that inside low kick that galaz throws.
Banashik of Polish descent, speaks fluent Polish. But has spent most of his life here in the United States. There's a good knee from Banashik.
Trying to use his Muay Thai base to do some damage.
Banashik has to win this round. A knee connects, but there's the overhand right. And maybe Galaz is saying, go ahead and hit me with the knee.
Yeah, he seems to be fine with it because that's how he set up that overhand last time, out of the clinch. So he doesn't mind trying to throw that punch out of the clinch. So he's welcoming those knees.
Well, Galaz's style certainly isn't as sexy as Banashik's, but it has been more effective.
Definitely. It's that power punching. Power can change things.
There's a body kick and a good one from Banashik, and he follows it up with the left.
Banashik looking up at the clock, trying to see how much time's left. He's got just over 10 seconds to put some pressure on.
Another look at the clock, and that will do it. Banashik raises his glove in victory, but quite frankly, it's Galaz's fight to lose. If he won either the first or third round, this fight is over. And here was the dramatic moment that turned this fight on its head. An overhand right from the Chilean, El Terrible, and down goes Banashik. The decision when we return. The fight of the night still to come, at least in the mind of most of these fans here. They want to see what Elvis Gashi can do do against Nate Richardson. Whitney Miller with a report.
Coming up later tonight, we have Elvis Gashi versus Nate Richardson. Now, both of these are newcomers, and they're both coming off of impressive wins, especially Elvis Gashi. The last time we saw him was here at Madison Square Garden against Josh Johnson, and he had a spectacular KO. It shocked the entire crowd. But his opponent, Nate Richardson, says that his cardio is unlike anything you've ever seen before, that he runs circles around his opponents. Both of these fighters are looking for a KO win, and they have plenty of stoppages on their records, so that could definitely happen tonight.
We are back, and what a fight it was between Paul Banashik and Ivan Galaz in the middleweight division. Joe, not exactly the fight we expected to see.
Yeah, but it was a lot of good back and forth action. It started with Banashik doing really well, hitting that back leg over and over again. Then he started trying to mix in the knees a little bit more, but that cost him at this point here where Galaz was able to counter with an overhand right, got that knockdown, which really changed the fight, and the pace of the fight slowed Banashik down a bit. But in that third round, Banashik sent some urgency, so both guys really stood there and went for the win. Fight still up in the air.
Here are the final statistics. Strike count, 50 punches landed for the Chilean compared to just 19 for Banashik. Kicks, though, it was Banashik who landed 4 more, but total, pretty dominant performance, at least statistically, from Galaz, but Banashik landed some more power punches.
And if you see strikes landed by zone, it was really, Ivan Galaz really trying to throw those big power head punches on Banashik.
All right, here's the official decision. We go into the ring with our veteran announcer, Tim Hughes.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals from our 3 ringside judges. One judge scores it 28-28 even. The other 2 judges see it the same, 29-27. For your winner by majority decision, Ivan Galaz.
So one judge gave rounds 1 and 3 for Banashik, but the other 2 saw it for the Chilean, El Terrible.
And you probably gave him it because of his power punches. He threw everything he had with power, and
So Ivan Galaz in his glory debut. He won tonight. He won on the undercard this summer here in New York. And he believes he's got a future in the middleweight division. We soon shall see. Here was the moment, that overhand right. Right there.